Okay, so let's get started on the logic of the selection sort. So what we're going to do is envision that this entire array right here is a window, right? We have this window. This is our search window, okay? What we're going to need here is need a variable I, which we're going to make it 0, and we're going to need a variable min, okay? I will explain why that variable name is min, and we're going to make it I plus 1. So whatever I is, we're gonna make it I plus 1, and this is only gonna happen in the for loop, okay? That's when we're gonna make it I plus 1. Otherwise, it's gonna be actually equal to I when we first initialize it in the for loop. And if this sounds confusing, I will show you in the code, and it'll make more sense. What our plan is here is that we iterate with the for loop through all the elements in this array. So we're gonna look at 9, 1, 4, 5, 6, okay, in this case. And we're going to find the minimum index. So we see that 1 is the minimum value, right? So then what we're going to do is we're going to make min the index of which index in the array which contains 1. In this case, it's also 1, right? So now what we do is, after we've searched through the entire thing, what we do is now we swap. Since we have I is 0 and this is 1, then we actually swap. In this case, it looks like it's like a bubble sort because they're right next to each other, but that's not actually the case. So now what happens, I'm going to use a different color. Now we get 1 here, 9 here. And now what and we also have the remaining, that's 4, 5, and 6, right? Yeah. Now what we do is we decrease our search range. So now we forget about the 1 because we know it's the least element, right? It's the smallest element in that array that we had. So now we're gonna look in this window. As we see, 4 is the min index, okay? So 4 is the min index will be equal to 3 here. I mean 2, sorry, 2 will be equal to 2. So now we have our I, which will be now 1 because it incremented, right? So it'll be 1. And now after we see that that's the min index, we swap, right? And now we get 1, 4, and then we have our usual the one that we swap now here, right? In fact, hold up, let me make this green instead, actually. So this is what we have remaining, right? This now what we do again is we decrease our search range. So now this is our search range, or our window range, if you think about it that way. So now again we see that's the min index, so we swap. So this is how it works. So you keep doing this, right? And you keep decreasing the search range. Now our search range is only 2, okay? Search range is only 2 here, as you can see. Again, we swap. We're gonna get 1, 4, 5, 6, and then 9, right? So again, we're done, but this is now our window range. So it actually has to go through one more time. So then at the end, what we get is 1, 4, 5, 6, and then 9. And as you can see, this array is sorted. So the logic is that you have a window range, as you can see, and every time you get the minimum value and then you swap it with the first index or the first value in that window, as you can see here. We're always swapping with the first value in the window. Okay, so that's the main logic. And now okay, so let's get started with the code. So I just have a class called selection sort and the main method. Okay, so let's prepare our main method. So we're gonna want an array. Again, let's just call it numbers, and we'll do the same thing that I did for my selection for my bubble sort video. If you haven't checked that out, please go ahead and do so. And here we'll do the same thing that we did for that, and we're gonna have a static method here called sort, right? And we're going to pass in our array that we want to sort. Okay, and sorry, void, forgot that. So, and then we're going to sort it off, of course, right? So we're going to call the method, and I'm just going to write the code to print the array so that we can see that it's been sorted. So right here, and then we'll just print it, right, in a line, and we'll just give space between each. Okay. Okay, so we have our main method set up. So let's now get started with the sorting. Okay, so as I said, we're gonna want an int variable I. We're gonna also want a min index, or min, whatever you want to call it. We're also going to initialize it to 0. I did say it was going to be I plus 1, but that's where we're going to do that in the for loop, so we don't need that right now. And we also need a temp because we're going to do some swapping operation. So let's get started. We're going to do, it's just going to be normal, like data minus length, right? And then, so now inside this inner, okay, we don't need that, I always make that mistake. Anyways, inside this for loop, what we're going to do is we're going to do min index equal to I. So we're going to give this min index as I, so we're going to do that. That's going to be the index that it's going to hold for now. And now what we're going to do is make j. We could have also made j outside, but in fact I'll do that and make it outside. So we're going to do j, it's going to be min index plus 1. So what are we doing here? We're basically making I as this index and j as min index plus 1, so we can actually check with the rest and then find the minimum index. We don't need to check with himself because that's unnecessary, right? We need to check with the other ones. And so we'll also make that data length, right? So we want to go up to the last one, and not I plus plus, j plus plus, right? Now what we do is we check if any value at j, right, is actually less than the current value, right, at which is at I, or yeah, or we should say min index, right? At the min index, which is the first index, what we do is we make min index equal to I. Okay, so what are, min index equal to j, sorry. So what are we doing? So we're looking for any value that is actually less than the current, if any value after the min index, so the 0 position at the start, if it's anyone is less than, so we're making that index equal to the min index, and we're going to keep doing that. So, and at the end, it's going to find that min index is going to be the data length minus 2, which is going to be second to the last, as that's the least or the smallest amount in this array, right? Smallest amount. So that's what we're doing. And all we need to do is outside of the for loop, because we'll have the min index, right, where it is. Outside the for loop, we're going to do our swapping. So we're going to do data at I, so we're going to keep that value at data, so we can actually modify what's at data at I, right? If we don't do this, then we lose the value at data at I, and it doesn't work, right? So now what we're going to do is data at I is going to be equal to the data at min index, so we're swapping it, so we're putting the least value into the current index, right? So the start of the window, as I was saying. And all we're going to do is data at min index, we're going to swap it with temp, and we're going to put temp there. So this right here should work. In fact, let me explain. Let me recap what we're doing. So to recap, what we're doing is we're taking the current min index, giving it I. We're making it basically we're giving it first index of the window, right? As I said, and we're doing j min index plus 1. So we're checking every value after this, right? We're going to check this, all of that, and we're going to see if the value at j, which is all of these values, if it's ever less than this value at here, 9 for example, then what we're going to do is we're going to make min index equal to the index. So in the first one, we're going to get 1 as the min. All we're going to do is we're going to swap. So we're going to give temp, which is going to have 9 at the start, and then we're going to make data at I, which is this first index, equal to data at min index. So we got that as 1. So we have 1 here now, right? And then we'd have data at min index, which is here, and we'd put 9 back there. So we're just swapping it, and we're going to keep doing that, and this will work. And I will show you right now. So let's run. As we can see, our array is sorted perfectly. I hope you like this video. If you want to see more videos like this on any other kind of sorts or any other kind of algorithms or anything like that, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you later. Thanks for watching.